Okay, good morning, everybody. Hello,
Good
hello.
morning.
How is everyone
How's
doing
everyone this
today?
morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty gray out.
it was a really pretty sunrise, though. I don't know if
Oh,
you caught that.
really?
Yeah.
I did not. I missed that one.
My name is Rebecca Bertoldi. I'm a digital marketer.
I'm Tara Bratz, interior designer.
Welcome, everybody. So
Yes.
we are we're kicking this off today. We're going to go through our coffee mugs real quick. Do you want to do yours first?
Sure. Mayans of London. Wait, let's
Okay.
see where the camera is. There it
Oh,
is.
cool.
It'll back up a little. Wait a minute. Hold on. There we are. Wait. I don't know. All right.
I
Anyway,
know it's
that's
always
fine.
backwards. It's like opposite. It always screws me up too. uh, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if we actually are live on Facebook, and I don't know that we are. So give me one moment. I'm gonna try to get that figured out really quick. But I'll show you my
Okay.
coffee cup. I know this seems a little basic, but this was my grandma's cup, and I really don't use it
Nice.
often. And I keep it. I never want to break it, and I'm a clumsy girl. So I don't use it often. But I brought it out for you guys today. And let's see if we can get this stream going. So in the meantime, Tara, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you have going on this week?
Sure. Again, it's the bar mitzvah. So I'll be really working on that. I do have an
Excellent.
intern that's working with me. So
Ooh,
we've been working a lot in the workshop. So
nice.
building a small little house, Hobbit
Mm-hmm.
house, and that's coming together nicely.
Nice.
So we went to Home Depot the other day, and she picked out a lot of stuff that she needed for this project. So
Mm-hmm.
it's coming along, which is exciting.
Nice.
And then yeah, my tree stumps, I have almost 29 of them.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I'm getting there, and it's going to be warm this week, so I'm going to take them out of the barn and wipe them down, wash them down, whatever I need to do. And my sewer and upholster is making cushions for the top of the um, the stumps. So anyway, a shout out to Dawn. Thank you for doing that for me. And yeah, so it'll be exciting. I don't want to tell too much until everything comes out, but I'm excited to share with you all. Other than that, I'm back at Palmer Street trying to finish things up there.
Very cool.
I have a couple things ordered for him that I'm patiently waiting for to come in the mail, so that will be great. Let's see what else. Bedroom in Basra area is coming to a closure, so that's good. And they're
Nice.
very happy with their bedroom, so that's always
Okay.
nice to hear. Yeah,
Good.
and then the living room design in Norwich is coming to an end as well. Sometimes it's sad to say goodbye to people, so you really get to know them in their house and in their home, and they welcome you in, and then they're gone. But that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. So it's just bittersweet.
But it is nice that you make that connection with your clients like that, where you guys are feeling, a little disconnected when the project is over. So I feel like that would make sure that we bring people back over and over again.
That's true. And I've been called back several times to do other projects in their home. And I've also made really good friendships, so that have been lasting. So it's very nice. It's nice to do, a lot of these projects and create happy spaces for everyone.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice. Quick update on our Facebook Live. There's only one channel that wasn't working, but the rest of them are, so we're good to go.
Okay.
And yeah, so awesome. Tara and I also attended an event this weekend, and It was called the Be Happily Successful event. And it was really great. I mean, God, man. And I know you had to leave a little early because you had to get to Mohegan. But
Mhm.
we ended up closing out the day in like a true mastermind format. And it was just so powerful for everyone there. But I really hope that I know you had to leave early, but I hope that you got a little bit of something out of it.
Yes, for sure. It was a very nice day. I
Yeah.
enjoyed meeting different, there was a lot of there was some different faces in the room, which is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was so nice. It was nice. It was nice and small, but you know what? We really got to know each other in that
Right.
short period of time.
And, yeah, it was a cozy group, but it also means that we can, we get a little like extra attention. You think about like a
That's
classroom,
true.
like a smaller classroom size, and you get a little more extra attention from the teacher. And so I feel like those can really have their benefit to it. And
Absolutely.
I definitely had some more breakthrough moments. And now I really just need to put things into action. that's my next step, is putting it into action. So this event was all about us really searching for what we would love. And I've been doing this work for a number, about 5 or 6 years now. And it's about thinking beyond what you think your capability is or your potential is, and getting at, like, creating a life that you would love, and not fixating on the circumstances. Like, okay, so I want to redo my kitchen. So like Tara is in my vision of what I'm going to have done in my house. Like, there's a few different projects. I know Tara will be able to come in and design something amazing for me. And it's really about, like, right now in my bank account, do I have money to redo my kitchen? No, not at this moment. However, it's about really letting it, like, being open to however it's going to happen, and not saying, okay, well, I don't have money, so it's not going to happen. I just proceed as if it's going to happen. And it's
Correct.
taken a while to get to, and I'm not where I still have a long way to go as far as that goes. But I love the tools, and we
I
did
do
take
too.
a group photo. Let me share that really quick. Okay. One second. We're getting there. Okay. Can you guys see this on the screen? I think you can. This was our group on Saturday, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like, what a great group of ladies here, and we all had a nice time. Oh, let's get this back there. So it was really great. And the next one, there's going to be another one probably in the spring, so I'll let you guys know when that's happening. But the best news, so like when we go to these, like, you feel energized, you feel like you're ready to just go out and crush the world. And for me, I as soon as I got home, I got an awesome text that so one of my clients, he had an event also on Saturday, and he needed a backdrop for his booth. So I created the backdrop, and we had to get something. He had a little bit of a tight timeline, so I found a product that I could get it quick enough in. It only had a 24-hour production time and then 1-day ship, because it's not too far away. And it wasn't like your traditional vinyl banner. It was actual polyester, and the imprint is like in the fabric. So it's not going to crinkle when you're like rolling it up to, to store it for the next one. And you can like wash it in the washer and dryer.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it was really cool. So I was so glad that it all worked out like that. And I got a text from him at the end of the day, and he was like, check this out. So he was actually at a thing in Mohegan, at Mohegan Sun. And
Oh, really?
he said that one of the people in the Mohegan tribe is interested to talk to me about the banner. So I was like, yes.
Nice.
So it's like, it's those kinds of things pop up everywhere after these
You
kinds
just
of
never
events.
know.
Yeah.
Right. You never know.
No.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it's,
Cool.
I feel the power of the event already.
Yeah, it was very nice. I wish I could have stayed longer, but it was wonderful. It was a nice day. We did
And you
this
and I can practice.
exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did this exercise that I thought was really interesting. It was a little challenging at first to have your mindset on it. However, this is kind of how the scenario went. So we were asked to find a partner in the room and actually act like it's 2027. Well, no, it was 2027, right? Yeah.
Years out.
And we were in that present time of 2027, and we actually speak to our partner like, like we were already living in where we want to be from now to then.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were talking about, so for an example, I said, "Hi, it's so nice to see you again. And I am on a TV show of HGTV, living in a brownstone." So, but you had to think about it. You really had to think, because you're quick to say, this is what I want, or this is what I don't have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, this is what I'm going to have, and this is what I'm going to get, and I'm going to get a show. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I really thought that you had to like step back and really think about how you're thinking and how you're speaking, and all that comes into effect of really, where do you want to be
Certainly.
and where you end up. So positive thinking, positive talking, not saying, oh, I can't have, or I don't have the money to, stuff like that. So I found it very interesting.
Awesome. I'm glad you were there.
Thank you so much.
So with that, like, it's kind of like the rules of manifestation. We want to focus on the things we do want and not the things that we don't have, because wherever we put our energy, that's what's going to happen. So if we're continuously saying, like, I'm not getting any money in, my clients aren't paying their bills on time, that's what's going to happen. But if we turn around and I've seen this work, and I'm not by any means an expert or a master in this, but as I have gone through my journey, I have seen, we got this house that way. Like, it was just a crazy, when you actually manifest something of this size, it's like, holy crap, did I just do that? So it's one of those things that, like, we don't want to focus on the negative stuff. We want to focus on what we do want, on the positive things. So even for me, I wouldn't say my arthritis is gone, because the word arthritis is in there. So I would say, like, my body moves so freely and flexibly, and whatever the case is. So yeah, it's definitely, it's a practice to change your mindset to that.
It is. Yes.
Absolutely. Cool. So yeah. I know we've been working on trying to give you guys tips each week for, respectively, for our professions. Tara, do you mind if I start this one off this week?
No, that would be wonderful.
Okay. So for a lot of people out there that build their website, they wonder about traffic, like why nobody's coming to their website. And this is something that comes up a lot. And I hear people say, maybe I need to switch platforms. And it's not so much the platform, while there are some platforms that make it a lot harder for you to align with search engines, like building websites in GoDaddy or Wix. They can, and sometimes even Kajabi, they can hinder your ability to get organic search traffic. So our whole goal is, we want Google and Bing to show our websites as soon as somebody types in something that aligns with our products and services. And to get there, it takes a little practice. But until you actually get to that point where the search engine wants to send you traffic, it's kind of on you to send yourself traffic. So whether that's sharing your page in your emails or on social media or even running paid ads, sometimes people do that. And what that's going to do is at least start sending the search engine some signals on how your site is. So like if somebody goes to your site and then immediately hits the back button to go out, that's not a good signal. So we need to make sure that we're getting people to take action once they get there. So if you watch tomorrow, I have a whole video on 3 reasons you may not be getting traffic, and it may help you out there. So that's me. How about you?
Nice. Well, I think I'll talk a little bit about staging and design for an example. So let's talk about staging really quick. A lot of the time you may have a space, say you're staging a house and it's empty. You don't have to actually have every corner of the room full. So, and then just keep in mind that when you're staging or even design, you want to make sure that not every piece of furniture is up against the wall. You can bring your sofa out into the middle of the room and stack it that way. When you come into a room, you need to figure out where your focal point's going to be, because every room has a focal point, whether it's a living room and you have a fireplace and you build off of that. If you have a large wall and you want to put a picture on the wall, then you're going to stack it out. So what I mean by that is large walls can support a large picture. Just make sure that the picture is proportioned to the space, and then you would stack out of that. You don't necessarily need to have your sofa up against the wall and have everything on every corner of your room. Having an area where there isn't any decor is okay. You don't have to have decor in every avenue of that room, because then that's when it starts to look cluttered, right? So just keep that in mind when you're designing your room and or staging, for an example, because it's really you want your eye to move around the room and not feel like it's closing in on you or everything again is just stacked against the wall. So pulling chairs out so they're on an angle also works out best too. Yeah.
Question.
Sure.
So when you have, like in my case, I have it's a little bit of an accent wall, but it's a thinner wall because I don't have like 4 real walls in my living room. But I have my TV, and then I had a picture that I wanted above it. We have very high ceilings, so I was able to fit both of those. But I remember asking you about it, and you gave me some great advice about the size of the picture versus the TV, and maybe you want to share that too.
Yeah, so when you're hanging a photo or a picture on the wall, you want to make sure that there's different angles, right? So you want to make sure that every angle doesn't meet up with the next angle. And I know you're saying, what are you talking about? However, if you have, let's just say you have a window trim, you don't want your picture on the wall lining up with the window trim. You either want it above the window trim or below the window trim.
The whole picture, or?
Yes, because you don't want any angles lining up. So when you have a window trim, you have your curtain rod, right? That's one area of space. But then when you move to the wall next to it, you want to make sure that the proportion of the wall versus the picture line up. You don't want a tiny, tiny picture on a big space. But you can also, you want to either elongate the picture so it's over the trim or under the trim. Nothing goes in a line like this.
Okay. Nice.
Right. Versus like your picture over your TV has to be proportioned with the TV, right? So you want to bring height up. You have a lot of height, so we have to bring our eye up. So it doesn't look like this little TV is sitting on this big, huge wall with cathedral ceilings.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, that's just like in your foyer, right? You have Your house is really unique because it's very modernized. You have high ceilings and there's the traffic pattern in there is really unique. You have a lot of open doors, right? You have windows. You have a lot of traffic flow coming in and out, but you have these really big ceilings, high ceilings. So we
Mhm.
have to bring the eye up there. You don't want an empty space where you have this small little picture and then nothing above it, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So,
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome. So if you guys have questions for either of us, we're happy to answer them on here. Sometimes we don't see the actual comments while we're presenting, but you can put them in the comments anyway, and we'll come back to it, and we'll make sure we have it in the next episode. So, yeah, I mean, there's so many ways um, to really make your house look like you. I know you do that for a living, and it's so easy for you to just see all of that. I know for me, like I set things up and then I give it like a week and I walk by it and I see if I still like it. Like 100 walk bys later. Same with like picking out colors. I'll hang them on the wall and I'll sit with them for a little while and see how they look in different light and those kinds of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I think we talked about that in our previous video on how paint samples can change, right? Determining on the light source. So if it's natural light, it's going to look different versus a light in your kitchen. So
Right.
it's tough. It's a little challenging with paint, though.
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah, because you have different sheens too. So the different sheens are going to bounce off light. So light is tricky. I mean, paint is tricky with the light hitting the source. So
Definitely.
yes.
And
Yeah.
kind of
But
like Tara
now
mentioned. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I was just saying, like you mentioned, like in my house, I'm so blessed to have a lot of natural light upstairs, and it all comes in, and it was very amazing to me how different the colors looked throughout the day, like each hour of the day, and it was so, and then we have a light fixture that has like 9 bulbs on it, and and a dimmer switch, thankfully. But that light is so different than the other light that comes in. So finding the ones for like our dining room were tricky.
Oh, yeah. There's 2 elements in design that are very important. It's flooring and lighting. And then everything else falls in between. Because if you don't have the proper lighting, right, and everything has to be proportioned to the room. And then if you're flooring, you have different flooring meeting each other. That's also an issue. So you have to make sure that your flooring's on point and your lights are on point.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So good.
Awesome. That was a great tip. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I just want to go off a little bit and talk to you about what's coming up in the community a little bit.
Sure.
Mohegan Sun has this great art fair, holiday fair coming up this weekend, the 8th, 9th, and 10th at Mohegan. Rebecca and I visit every year, and it's a fun time. Lots of people, I know we had discussed this a couple weeks ago about going. So I think we'll be there on Friday if you can still attend with me. I will be working it on Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be there all day. So come and visit, say hi. But it's a great time. It's so festive,
It is.
Yeah,
And
I look forward to it every year.
Yeah, we went last year, and I don't remember if we mentioned this or not, but we found some really unique gifts last year, and it was just really cool the way, because it's all local makers and it's not your typical stuff that you're buying in stores, so it's really a great time.
It sure is. It's nice. Just to, I don't know, be in the holiday spirit. It's nice. It feels like Christmas in there.
Yeah. Awesome.
So and then November 14th, Rose City Networking in Norwich. has their visitor day. So if anybody would like to come and be a part of that, I'm not asking you to join. I'm just asking you to come and be a part of the room. There's going to be a lot of different entrepreneurs, businesses, like-minded. Just come and enjoy the day with us. It's early in the morning though. We start at 7 a.m.
And you said you have to be there at 6:30 for yours?
Well, if you're there at 6:30, then you can mingle and connect. It starts at 7. I know that it sounds crazy early, but it's definitely worth it. I've met some amazing, people in the room, and it's just a really great opportunity to get in front of a lot of people at one time.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it starts off your morning pretty well. You feel like, okay, I can conquer the world. I'm gonna go and start my day. It's just a nice start to the day being a part of this group. And we do
Nice.
a lot of things outside the group as well. So it's just a nice morning. Every Thursday morning we attend. And
And you
yeah,
guys
but
are at the
November
Holiday
14th
Inn,
is,
right? Sorry.
yes, that's correct, in Norwich. No, that's okay. It is on November 14th. So I would arrive by 6:30 so you can interact and be a good day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I did find out that our open house for our Thursday meeting is actually this week, the 7th. So
Oh, it is.
yeah.
But
So
it falls on
same.
the same day, right?
I know.
Thursdays?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know
Okay.
Tara and I always want to kind of go and support each other, and it's hard to do that when we're
It is. It is very difficult because I would love to support you.
yeah, same. Um, so yeah, ours is this week. And can I say we did a really fun thing last week at our meeting? We had
Oh, okay.
to. It fell on Halloween, so we had to incorporate candy bars into our 45-second commercials, and that was so much fun. Like I thought I thought mine was pretty good until I heard everybody else's. um, and not to minimize what I did, I just thought people really got more creative. I kind of only got one candy bar. Some people got a bunch of candy bars and told a story. Um, it was really a fun meeting. So it was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
We did that too, and we were also a lot of us were dressed up that morning, so that was
Oh,
kind of neat too. Yeah,
did you
it
dress
was
up?
fun. I did. Well, I did. I was a cat, a white cat,
Oh, okay.
wearing black. I had a tail.
Nice.
Tail. Yeah. It was fun though. It was a good morning.
Absolutely. Cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that's coming up in the community, it's not, well, it's a little outside of our community, but I can put the link in the comments or in the notes. And the Kind Squad is up in Massachusetts. They do a Western Massachusetts toy drive. Comedian Jess Miller, she puts on this comedy show that will benefit these foster kids and help everybody have a wonderful Christmas. Last year, they raised over $50,000, and we're trying to beat that this year. I'm on the committee to help promote the events, so I will put those things in. If you live anywhere, it's only about an hour from us, and anywhere in Connecticut, really, it's not too far. It's like kind of in the center of Connecticut, up, like going up into Massachusetts, and yeah, so it's one of those things that we can help a bunch of kids and enjoy a comedy show in the process. So I'll put those notes in there as well. That happens November 30th.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So lots of great things happening. Let's see. What else do we want to share today?
Hmm. Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
That might be it for us. Cool. Well, we'll make sure that we are putting some of those links in our show notes. And then I also, one more quick thing. We did start a YouTube channel where we have all of these episodes over on YouTube. It's called Coffee with Creatives. Shocking. And all the episodes are also over there. So we are looking to build up some traffic on our YouTube channel. So if you want to share any of them or want to see any old episodes, you can head over there for all the collection of all of them. And we'll start including that in our notes too. All right, cool. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We're so glad that you are here today, and we hope you have a fabulous week. And
Yes, have a wonderful week. And always be kind.
Yes, always be kind. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Take care.